personal. We would try to be something more concept-driven or universal, yet I think there's been this movement of which I think you're a part of, where the personal becomes the most universal in your work. And so, laying that groundwork, tell us about feminism, because I've always felt that your work was quietly promoting or speaking for women. Do you have, I mean,
well,
because you've lived through
right.
the feminist
Yes.
movements
Well,
and where we are today and so forth.
Sure. Well, you know, I lived in the time when the history of art book that we had in my art history class, the Jansen book, which a lot of you studied, didn't have any female artists. And so things have changed so much now. And I remember that I picketed at the Corcoran School of Art when I taught there, because there was a biennial, and it was tri-state, so it was, you know, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia, and there were no women in the biennial, so we picketed. And we were told that the reason was that there was nobody qualified on those 3 states. So, you know, things have changed a lot in our country, you know, vis-a-vis all different, you know, subgroups. And the other thing that we were told was that doesn't exist anymore, is that I got a lot of really bad reviews when I first started showing my work, because the critics said that it was too female, and because of that, it wasn't universal. But, and really that's the reason I moved from Washington, D.C., actually, is that I had gotten such bad reviews about that issue. I felt that I just had to move on. And in retrospect, I think there was a lot of jealousy around me, because I think that I was a force, and I was going to be successful, and I think it was threatening. And so, what can I say? We all survive, and we all, you know, become who we are because of the trials and tribulations. And I know that I was, you know, at that period when I was getting so much criticism, I really sometimes believed it. But I also was in a 10-year study group at Georgetown University,